transmission. This is Dungeon Radio Hour.
Hello and welcome adventurers to Dungeon Radio Hour, a D&D actual play comedy podcast where we ask the important questions like who did let the dogs out?
Who?
As always, I'm your host and dungeon master, Dalton Rusher-Riddle, joined once again by our ragtag band of would-be heroes. Introduce yourself, heroes.
I'm Michael Adair.
I'm Alyssa Adair.
And I'm Andrew Gerline.
So, as a group and as a show, I think we all kind of agreed and chose very early on that we wanted to make these first, 5-10 minutes of Dungeon Radio Hour a chance for our audience to really get to know us.
Oh, God.
I'm nervous.
And so, with that being said, here's what I want to know from all of you. What is a core memory, formative memory, call it whatever you want to, from your childhood that gives us a glimpse into the type of person or the type of personality that you exhibit as a human today?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
So like our
man.
villain origin story?
Yeah.
Sort of?
Yeah, give me your villain origin story. That's what I want right
Okay.
now.
No, can we just go back to answering our favorite Pokemon? Like, I need to keep this relationship shallow, okay?
No, I want to know your deepest traumas.
The
Alyssa.
darkest childhood memory that you have.
Give
Mhm.
it to me right now. I want it on air. I want it recorded. I want to use it against you.
Okay, I have one. I don't know if this counts though, but I was like 6 years old. It was like a church party. I didn't have a lot of friends because, we army brat, we moved all around. So went to this party, a bunch of kids my age. But this was actually my first experience with a dog. Or like I was 6, I probably like hung out with a dog before, but this was my first time like on my own playing with someone else's dog. And so I spent the whole party, just me and this dog, teaching it to like stay and then to come get a toy that's in front of my feet. And looking
Mhm.
back, it's probably like when a pilot lets a kid fly a plane. Like the dog probably already knew these tricks, but in my head, I like was on another level with this dog. So I went around to all the adults and I was like showing all the people at the party this new trick that I taught this dog. And I guess the whole point of this is that this is how I realized that I don't like people. I like dogs. And at any party, you can find me in the
Valid.
corner with the dog.
Aw.
Valid.
That's where I'll be.
That's actually super cute.
It's not really villain.
It's not a villain origin story by any means, but it's super cute.
Opposite point. Around that same time, my parents told me I wasn't allowed to watch All Dogs Go to Heaven because, unfortunately, dogs don't go to heaven.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's when I became really skeptical about everything and just question everything because it's like, has God not met a dog? Like, that's bullshit.
That's when you stopped believing in God.
I don't know if I stopped believing in God because of that or anything, but I was just like, you know what? Let me talk to God because that's bullshit. Dogs need to be in heaven because what's
Me
the
and
point?
God are going to
otherwise?
figure this out.
I
There's
do-
enough room for dogs in
Right.
heaven.
I do
Yeah.
enjoy how similar our parents were, Andrew, because I also remember
Yeah.
growing up that I was not allowed to watch Hercules because those were not the real
Same.
gods.
They
That's
were
not-
gods, right?
They were
What?
gods, and it wasn't the one
Mhm.
true God. So I wasn't
Yep.
allowed to watch it. Like anything, even in cartoon form, that deviates from the rules of heaven or God, not allowed.
But did you question it a lot? Like, did you ask lots of questions of these things? This is now turning into like a questioning religious talk.
No, right? No, I
this
really
is
didn't.
this
I
is
was
not what I wanted
No.
this to be.
I was definitely the good Christian girl for a long, long time. No, it made sense to me. I was just like, it made sense to me what my parents were saying, but in my head, I'm like, but I know those are just stories. Those are just the fake gods that the Greeks made up. It's not the real. It's not the real God.
You would know. You know all about stories, don't you, Alyssa?
I do. I am a little book reading nerd. And that's what I was going to bring up. The first thing that came to mind was that as a kid, my parents quickly learned they couldn't ground me properly. Like that grounding could not be a punishment because I would just happily go to my room and read books. And they realized that I'd just be like content. They'd open the door and be like, have you learned your lesson? And I'm just on my 5th book. Like, what? I actually think I have a better memory that sums me up, which is that when I was young, I had to go to daycare because both my parents worked full time. So I'd usually bounce to daycare before school and after school. So, you got to really know those teachers, right? And I remember for some reason at Halloween, it feels kind of dark looking back at this, but it was supposed to be fun, where it's like they put up decorations on the walls, and so they gave each kid a little gravestone with their name on it to like celebrate
Okay.
Halloween. Just a little like
That's super
cutesy.
dark. Okay.
Yeah. And then they said in
A
a
cute
joking way, like
gravestone,
what you
right.
died of. Like, oh, so and so ate too many cookies. So that's what his gravestone says. And mine was talked yourself to death.
Wow.
Oh.
Who wrote that? You?
No, my teacher.
What?
Teacher.
My
Bitch.
daycare carer.
Man.
My daycarer.
And it was often on many of my report cards. It was like A+, but Alyssa could talk less in class.
Mm.
Or you know how a classic thing my sister would say as I was telling a story to my mom, it was very, very common for my little sister to go, Alyssa, it's my turn to talk now. And
Aw.
that's something she legitimately
I can't imagine you
Damn.
like disrupting a class though.
I can't either.
No, I was a little talker. I was a little chatty,
Really?
little chatterbox. Yeah.
I don't think, see, Alyssa is a goody two-shoes, but she also is unaware how long she's been talking sometimes. So I think, like, you get into a zone and you're like, I have so many fucking
Yeah.
thoughts in my head, and you just have to get them out to whoever's near you that'll listen, and that's
Yeah.
probably what you did.
I mean, look at
Probably
right now.
didn't even know class was going on.
I answered your question 4 times,
Yeah.
basically.
You did.
So
You did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's
You actually answered. You answered my question within the first 90 seconds. We could have moved
Mhm.
on.
We could have.
But she's describing why she is the way she is, and I think it's appropriate.
hmm it's
It is.
only proving my point.
Right.
So only come talk to me if you're willing to give the time.
Well,
Yeah.
don't be mad when I never come approach you for a conversation ever again.
This is why Dalton and I never got close.
Dalton doesn't have the patience to listen to anybody but himself.
What you also don't know is we just cut 45 minutes of her
Yeah.
answer.
This is why I only communicate with Alyssa via Messenger so that I can just walk away
Yeah.
and come pick it back up later.
Exactly.
Mike, why are you the way you are, bud? Come on.
Gosh, you guys, you left me last, and I
We haven't heard from Dalton.
that's true. Dalton, go ahead.
Okay.
So you're purposely choosing to be last. Let's
No,
clarify.
you left me to be the last one, and
Mhm.
all right, go ahead, though, Dalton.
Okay. All right.
Have your moment.
So it was either preschool or kindergarten. I can't remember which one exactly. I just know it was like very early on in my educational journey. But we were having free play time, and there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure that I was absolutely obsessed with, that I loved to play with. It was Leonardo,
course.
so duh. And I have a little brother, but I grew up as an only child. He wasn't adopted into the family until I was 15.
Mhm.
So sharing was not something that came to me naturally.
What?
No.
No.
Shocker, right?
Seems so out of character for you.
And I like every day for free play, it was me and Leonardo. Like, that was my toy. Everybody knew it was my toy. But one day, another kid came up and wanted to play with the toy, and I said no. It was my toy. I was going to play with it, and he told the teacher on me. The
What was his
teacher then
name?
made a point. I don't
Full
even
name.
honestly remember.
Daniel
Yeah.
Fuchs, you bitch. Go on.
The teacher made a point to come over and be like, Dalton, we have to share. You've had plenty of time playing with Leonardo. You need to give it over and, let him have some time to play as well. I took Leonardo, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and threw him over the fence that encircled the playground.
If I can't have him, no one will.
And my reason was, if I can't play with him, no one plays with him.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is also the guy who refused to open his own Christmas presents because he thought there was clothes in there.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
just painting the portrait of such
you
a
like you
brat
spite
right now.
yourself.
I know I do.
Wow.
I know I do. I know. I had to go sit inside for the rest of recess, or for the rest of free play time. So
As you should.
Dalton, we've learned that Dalton will do anything to be petty.
it comes second nature. It really
That's
does.
Dalton's payoff.
But I'm sorry, you may have said this and I just missed it. This was your toy or was this the school's toy?
It was the school's toy.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
then no.
because if a teacher is coming over and being like, you have to share your personal toys from home.
Yeah, because
like,
in
that's
my
crazy.
opinion, I think that's a big
no.
no-no. Because it's also not teaching kids boundaries. It's your own thing. Like, but yeah,
Yeah,
if
but,
it's a shared
but
toy.
fucking teachers in like the 90s, 2000s, they didn't know boundaries.
Yeah, it's true.
They didn't know boundaries with kids. They would totally do some shit like that.
But no, a shared toy, a toy owned by the school, absolutely should be shared.
Laura tells her students, like, you can bring your toys to school, But if they get stolen by another kid, that's not my problem. And that's the
Ooh.
rule.
Oh.
You can bring your
Yeah.
toys, but they're going to get taken.
We ain't
Yeah,
liable.
that's just
They
like
can-
that's just public policy. That's been that way for a long
Yeah.
time.
That's true. That is public policy. But now the second graders are in on it, which is nice.
Good.
Mike, justify your faults, bud.
I can't justify my faults, but I can explain them so people better
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
But there's no justifying.
Mm-mm.
I remember as a kid, I didn't always want attention, but I felt like, electricity when I got attention, right? Like,
Mhm.
you just feel like so special when somebody is like watching you and like you're doing anything, right? Like I felt some sort of buzz from that, and I didn't like seek it out until later on, but like around like middle school, like I was 11 or something, I would start like doing these plays for my family, and I'd come into the living room and I'd be like, "Shut off the TV! Shut off! Like, everybody, shut off the TV! Stop what you're doing!" And my mom would be like, "Mike, we're trying to watch this show," and I'd be like, "No! What I'm gonna do is gonna be so entertaining. Everybody, watch me!" And
Performance.
I'd pull my little brother in, and like we'd have like blankets tied around our fucking necks or whatever. Something's a hat. You have these little makeshift costumes, and I just reenact scenes verbatim from Who's Line.
From the show that they were just
From
watching.
Who's Line isn't it?
Who's Line?
I would reenact improv scenes that somebody else did from Who's Line, and I would do it with my brother. But my brother was bad at it, so I'd be like, "Hey, Matt, can I pull you over to the side for a second? You're really fucking this up. You're not doing anything right. You gotta
At
do it like
11
this."
years old, you're like, you are fucking this up.
Yeah, no, I'm editorializing a little bit, but that's basically what I was telling him. But the thing is my entire family could hear, so they'd hear me going, "Dad, you're messing up. You gotta do it like this," and then we just do the scene again because it wasn't right the first time. And also, I could hear them
Re-enter.
debating, like I hear them like debating whether to like shoo us out of the room and turn the TV back on again. So I could hear them losing interest like a few minutes in, and I'd be like, no. You guys, it's going to be so worth it here in a second. It's going to be so worth it.
You're like, all right, Matt, we got to wow them. We got to add some pizzazz.
This is the razzle dazzle.
We're losing them.
Dude, this is what our
This is our
audience feels like
chance.
right now. They're like, God, it's coming. The funny's coming.
Yeah.
I swear to
Right.
God.
Like, should we change to a different podcast maybe?
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. And you know what, everybody listening at home, if you want to see Michael Adair act out scenes from Whose Line Is It Anyways and rope in all of his
Mhm.
other friends and family members, head on over to our Patreon and we will get that uploaded probably
This is
never. But
Yeah.
speaking
False
of
promise.
but no, seriously, if you are listening to the show and you enjoy what we do here, please head on over to the Patreon, subscribe. You get a bunch more content, especially the extended cuts of all of these intros where we cut up and enjoy each other's company even more. Now, we're going to head into the story. Greetings, adventurers. My name is Walter, Waterdeep's automated liaison for travelers, entertainers, and residents. I interrupt this broadcast to bring you an urgent message. Since arriving in the Forgotten Realms, I have been tracking the movements of the so-called heroes Mike, Alyssa, and Andrew. Throughout their travels, I have noticed a reoccurring pattern of sigils. When arranged correctly, the sigils form the word Patreon. Through extensive research, I have learned that Patreon grants access to exclusive content such as extended outros, outtakes, bonus one-shots, original character art, automatic entry to giveaways, and even a direct line of communication to Dalton, Mike, Alyssa, and Andrew. But I am afraid I must also ask for your help. In order to continue tracking the movements of our heroes, I need you to give the show a 5-star rating. This will ensure my censors can continue to reach a larger audience. Please subscribe to the Patreon. You're my only hope.
Last time on Dungeon Radio Hour. There's a sign that says, Prisoner Dalton rusher-riddle of Earth.
The shirt is covered in blood. They were supposed to keep him contained. They did not keep the prisoner contained. Your friend, the other man.
Gertie,
All right.
you're free.
Dude, Dalton's killed people too? Okay, it's not just us.
There are 3 guards that are at the table. They have that same bite mark in their necks in that spidery, veiny pattern. Keep the prisoners safe so that they may be delivered to me with haste at the behest of our master. And then the letter is signed Nesnar. Okay, so as the four of you exit the castle and begin walking into the tree line of the Forest of Trepidation, Andrew, you notice it first. Your perception score a little bit higher than everybody else. Your ranger senses attuned to wooded areas. There are arrows littered all around the edge of the forest. By just a guesstimate, there's probably 12 to 15 arrows, some snapped in two, some with their tips kind of blunted and charred. But you notice, give me a history check.
Okay. 16.
Cool. You recognize these arrows immediately because they are the same black feathered arrows that you all encountered the first day you came into the Forgotten Realms.
Okay, so at first, I'm walking along, and I'm just like, ooh, free arrow. Oh, fuck yeah, another free arrow.
Ooh.
Oh my god, guys, there's fucking free arrows everywhere. I'm never gonna run out of ammo.
Hey, dude, save some arrows for us.
Yeah, come on, man.
I've got plenty. Guys, you want to actually come over here for a second? Is it just me,
what's
or are
up?
these... I hold them out. Are these goblin arrows?
Oh.
Are we supposed to know what goblin arrows look like?
I don't know. They were shooting arrows at us. There were black arrows in the horse that I cut into. I just assumed they were from the goblins. Maybe they're not, but these are the same type of arrows, right? From when we first woke up in this world.
I don't remember what any of the arrows that have been shot at us look like.
No, I remember
just do.
perfectly because you were hiding like a little scaredy cat inside of a horse for some reason.
I remember that.
And then I got shot with an arrow.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me see. I take one of the arrows from you.
Cool. Alyssa, as soon as you grab on to the arrow, you hear the all-familiar horse neigh happen in the back of your head, and then you get a flashback a la like a That's So Raven
Just
moment.
from touching the arrow?
Just from touching the arrow.
Oh,
just from
shit.
touching the arrow. Mike and Andrew, you guys watch as Alyssa just goes deadpan in the face, and you can tell that something is happening in her head because her eyes are darting from side to side, but lights are on, nobody's home.
We can basically do whatever we want at this point, Andrew. She's going to be like this for at least
Essentially.
3 minutes, so.
You want to, I don't know, you want to like make our tummies like talk like the belly?
I
is,
like
a
it.
mouth. And
Yeah,
our
let's
nipples
do it.
are like eyes?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
pull my
yeah.
tummy out, and I'm like, what? Wait, hold on. You started off. What does your tummy say?
Yeah, oh, hey there, Mike Tummy. Nice day in the woods.
Oh, hey there, Andrew Tummy.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. What should we eat?
I don't know, but technically your wife's purse is on her person and she won't notice because she's in a trance sort of stage. So if we could reach in there and take some baked goods.
Oh, yeah, we're going to eat all the cookies that my wife has.
All right, so while this whole moment is happening...
Our tummies kiss, too.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
let's
here,
bump them together, and 1, 2, 3, kiss noise.
And then you guys accidentally kiss on the mouth because your belly's lined up. So
Yeah, our
your
bellies
mouth's
kiss and
lined
then we
up.
kiss.
And then we accidentally do it again.
How long does Alyssa have, you think?
Oh, I don't know.
30 seconds?
Maybe forever.
Maybe forever.
Maybe forever. You know, if we keep walking, you and I, bud.
Maybe we can. Maybe we can be in this moment forever.
Maybe.
Pan, what's happening to me?
Yeah.
While this is all happening, Alyssa, in your trance, you see Dalton fleeing into the forest, running from the castle as guards clothed in red cloaks fire arrows at his back. You watch as he turns to face his pursuers, his eyes burning with a violet glow, and he raises his hand, and as he does so, a glittering shield of arcane energy forms in front of him, stopping the arrows in their tracks. Then with a smirk, he lowers his hand, and you watch as the shield dissolves into a dense fog. The last thing you see is Dalton turning and running into the forest as the impenetrable haze he left behind shields him from view. As the vision ends, you find yourself standing once again back with Andrew and Mike, who are currently making their stomachs kiss one another.
Oh, guys.
Your tummy's lips
Hey.
is so soft, Andrew.
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, hey!
Hey! At this point, Mike is somehow on my shoulders, and his pants are off.
What?
And my pants are on my torso. My shirt's on my legs. Alyssa,
We were
what'd you
trying to see if we could do like an upside down tummy Spider-Man kiss.
It was
But-
going to save energy walking through the forest. You seemed busy. We're trying to figure it
How?
out, Alyssa. You're all right?
I'm sorry. I just had like a blast of
A brain blast?
a brain blast, but it
A
had to have lasted
brain
like
blast.
2 seconds. Like I just don't know how you guys got in this position so fast.
I don't know either. I fall down. Oh, fuck.
I don't know either. Here's the thing. I tripped. Forget all that other stuff we said earlier. That was all a lie. I tripped, and that's how I landed
Yeah.
up here. And
Yep.
and my buckle's been loose for days because I haven't been oiling it.
Your belly button has a little lipstick on it still. You want to get that?
I'm sorry.
Smudge
But that's a birthmark, is what that
Lipstick.
is. And so I'm just gonna pull my shirt down. I'm gonna put my
Yep.
pants back.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore whatever this is.
Okay, hold on. You had a brain blast.
I just saw, like in my head, Dalton running from these arrows being shot at him, and he was being a little too successful at magic early on. Little
Wait.
jealous, but whatever.
Vision of Dalton in this world with these. I look in my hand. These arrows.
Yeah, he was literally here. These arrows were the ones shooting at him.
But guys, if these are the arrows, and if Dalton was running from these arrows, and I carefully put each arrow on the ground, I point at them, and I look up at where they're pointing, and I say, we've got to follow where these arrows were originally pointing before I picked them up, because that's the way Dalton ran.
Do you remember which way they were pointing originally?
The way I set them down again is the same way as before.
Give me a wisdom check, Andrew.
How?
You sound.
Natch 20.
Oh, wow.
Listen, I'm a ranger. I may be unsure, but my skills, they know themselves.
Okay.
They do.
Okay.
They do. You place them down on the ground expertly in the same exact position that you picked each and every one of them up from.
And I happen to notice footprints, and now I'm Aragorn, sifting along the surface of the ground, looking at Dalton's footprints. Mike, what kind of shoes did Dalton wear?
Dalton always wore Italian cowboy boots, and he
Okay.
would wear them
With no logo on the bottom, so not any help to me currently.
No, it said made of Italian leather.
There's a footprint right here. Look
What
at
does it
Look
say?
close. I gather up, troops.
Yeah.
Italian leather. Real Italian footprint, it says.
Oh,
And I remember in my vision he had those boots on.
Right, and they're hefty and chunky, which means he can't have gone far. I know he's fast, he's in shape.
probably the
So
most
in
in shape
shape.
person I've ever met.
Yeah.
Gertrude told us there was a town through the woods. Maybe Dalton's just in that town, and if we can make it there, maybe we can find our friend.
Let's get going.
This entire time, Arnold has just been like sitting back,
forgot about
observing. Yeah, everything
Arnold's been very
that has
quiet.
been happening.
So you saw that whole tummy thing, huh?
I did, yes. I have concerns.
Yep.
You could have joined in if you wanted to.
He doesn't have a belly button, bro.
Oh, that's true.
It's true.
You fucking freak.
I
couldn't
have
have joined
a
in.
question to pose to the three of you. Who exactly is this person you seem so hell-bent on locating?
Oh, it's our friend who was here when we first landed in your world. But then, for some reason, he got taken away. Only him. He's a little special boy.
He's also, I'm just realizing as I'm listening to this, Arnold, you've been a bird this whole time. You don't even know who we are, really. Dude, we're not from here.
Oh.
We
Right.
are from another planet, and we were taken here. But our fourth friend, Dalton, was also with us when we were taken. And honestly, this whole thing started out because we were looking for him. And then we came across you and that whole swamp thing. So,
And then we
yeah,
felt bad. We wanted to help you out.
Yeah.
So then we kind of got sidetracked. But now we're back focused.
Kind of your fault, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
We probably could have found him a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Wait. Am I to understand that the three of you are not from this world?
No.
No, man.
Mm-mm.
Hey, and how can we prove that to you? Do you know who Ariana Grande is?
Is she some type of sorceress?
Yes.
With her mouth, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I heard as well.
A siren.
Oh, you're going singing?
Oh, a siren.
She's like a bard, but everybody knows her, like in the world.
Everybody.
Every
Yeah.
single person.
And since you don't know her, that proves that we're not from here.
But that proves it to us. You proved nothing to him, unfortunately.
I don't know how to prove
It
it.
proves nothing to me.
Does everybody here have like a birthmark or like an eye near their butt or something? Like, I'm trying to think of like how we can prove it for
You
real.
just show him this, and I pull my.
Oh
phone
yeah,
out.
yeah. You guys
Oh,
don't
shit,
have these.
yes. I pull mine out, too. Mine's dead, but I pull it out.
What are these devices?
These are the internet, okay?
Yes.
Internet.
You can look up anything instantly. It's like magic, but with electricity and glass
Yes, but
and
it's
metal.
also like a sending stone. Like I can just like type my friend's name in here and I can call my friend and talk to him even though he's miles away, all in this little box.
It's also kind of like a light spell, and like nobody does this. Like if you do it, you kind of freak the fuck out and try to turn it off until like you can. But if you accidentally turn this on, it's like a light spell, and then I hit the flashlight button on. You
Dude,
see?
it's really
Yeah, it
cool.
makes
and
light.
convenient.
It's not even magic. It's like anyway.
It's got
That's
so many
just...
things.
Arnold just rolled a nat 1, so you immediately blind him with the flashlight.
Oh no! I don't care.
See, this is why we rarely use
He
it.
throws his hands up and his wings unfurl and they start to flap independently of his body.
Yeah.
Everybody give me a athletics check.
Okay.
God.
Oh no.
Should be like a saving throw?
Yeah, saving throw. So a strength saving throw.
17.
Oh, in that case, 2.
Hold on,
Mike,
strength.
you're probably like a 7.
Yeah, let's say 7.
Cool. Alyssa, you are able to grab a hold of a branch on the closest tree that you have. However, Andrew and Mike, you are both sent rolling backwards as gusts of wind emit from Arnold's wings and send you somersaulting across the forest floor.
Oh.
I got a hedgehog in my mouth.
What is that infernal device? I am blinded now, Michael!
I'm sorry about that, but you know what? You did kind of freak out a little bit much. It's just
Because I can't see!
It's not even magic, dude.
I know it doesn't. There's parts that aren't great, but look, while they were all freaking out, I took a little video and turned it into a boomerang, and I show it to him.
Oh.
See, you're blowing them away, and then they come back, and then you blow them away, and then they come back.
Alyssa, save that to your
is
phone
pretty cool.
because we can take that back home and like go viral. We're with a giant bird man, and it's real. We have a video.
Actually, yeah. Do save that, and I'll try to think of some hashtags while we're at it. Like
you're gonna be famous when we get home, Arnold. You don't even know, dude. We're gonna make so much money off your likeness, bro. But every minute we sit here and waste time and try to be funny is another step Dalton takes through that town, and if we don't get there in time, he's gonna be gone, and we'll be back to square zero.
You're right. Okay, let's follow the arrows.
Okay, luckily now, yeah, there are arrows on the ground, right, Dalton?
Yes, there are arrows on the ground.
You can totally keep them, Andrew. Like we know the direction to go now.
Oh, the
Yeah.
arrows. I thought you meant like glowing arrows that point the way through the forest.
No, silly.
No, there's not glowing arrows that point the way through the forest.
If
I'm
only.
very, very sorry. But you do see a pretty discernible path through the underbrush that looks like somebody has traveled through there, has maybe ran through there. It's broken branches and disturbed piles of leaves and plants. There's been traffic through this path that you guys are walking.
Well, we know Dalton went this way, so let's head this way, guys.
Yeah.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Pride, ingenuity, and good old-fashioned Faerunian necromancy. Here at Flesh Golem Ranch, we understand the needs of the modern wizard. We just always have. Sometimes life seems out of your control, especially when your flesh golem has disobeyed the orders of its master and eaten a valued member of your family, or maybe a pet. But that doesn't have to be the end of your story, friend. Not when you have Flesh Golem Ranch. Here at Flesh Golem Ranch, we understand that you probably just Frankenstein this freakish construct so you could have free labor. Or maybe it was a sex thing. But now it's went full bitch, and you need a little help. That's where Flesh Golem Ranch comes in. Hey, get back! Get back, you demon! Go! 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 Here at Flesh Golem Ranch, if your Flesh Golem don't behave in 2 to 4 weeks, we'll kill it. Sorry, I value my family. Can't assume the risk. If your golem does survive, we'll teach it valuable skills, like horseshoeing, macrame, or maybe the Kama Sutra, for an extra charge, of course. Flesh Golem Ranch, keep your family alive.
Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
It's been about an hour, hour and a half or so of you guys all making your way through the Forest of Trepidation, and it's getting darker by the minute. And you hear a voice from the back of our marching order as Bennigan says, "The sun is starting to set, and I think it would be wise for us not to travel at night. We should find a place to make camp at the next best clearing."
I
Agreed.
sit down right where we are. Sounds good to me. Make camp. I'm not taking another step. I'm
I
tired.
want to spread out.
Then
We gotta
go
find some space.
farther.
I will.
Okay.
If you look around, you smell it first. You get the whiff of a campfire. And as you look in that direction, you see a faint orange glow up ahead, probably 50 to 75 feet away from where all of you are right now. And you see some plumes of smoke rising above the breaks in the trees.
Campers.
Okay.
Or somebody left a fire to be nice. One of those kind of pay it forward things at Starbucks. Like,
I've heard of
I'm going
that.
to make the next fire. I'll make this fire. And then they just left it maybe or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's how fire works.
I don't know, dude, but let's go to the fire because
Yeah.
I'm cold.
No, I agree. Maybe we can find a place to stay. Maybe they're nice. I don't know how to make a
Okay,
fire.
but let's be careful. Let's be smart. Let's approach from the perimeter. Maybe Arnold, you can fly up or climb a tree or some shit and look down and see so we don't join some crazy guy's fire and get ourselves killed.
While I think that is a very valuable plan, Sir Andrew, my eyes are not exactly back to normal yet since Michael blinded me with his magic box.
You know what? It was a flashlight, okay? And you're being a little bit of a bitch about it. I don't usually say that word, but you're being a little bit of a bitch about it, okay?
Lady Alyssa, Sir Andrew, I'm afraid I'm not sure what this word bitch means. Can one of you explain?
It means your concerns are valid and your feelings, we hear them, we appreciate them, we thank you for sharing them, and just rub your eyes a little bit and it'll get better.
Exactly.
That's what Mike was saying.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, well, let's go to the fire.
Everybody roll for stealth.
I tiptoe so hard. 11.
20, not nat.
Okay.
20, not
Okay.
nat.
Oh, wow, okay. Between Mike and Alyssa's modified 20s, that's enough to keep the entire group stealthy as you get inch closer and closer to this campfire. And by the time that you get to the outskirts, still shrouded by the underbrush and some of the bushes, the sun is completely set. It is now dark in the woods, save for this, sphere of glowing orange light around the campfire. And as you look, you see 5 very small figures, like maxing out at 3 feet.
Oh.
And then you see one large figure maxing out probably 6.5 to 7 feet if they were standing at full height. They seem to be laughing and having conversations. There seems to be food around this campfire. You can smell roasted meat, and you can see tankards of water and being passed around. There's fruit. There's some apples in a sack laying there on the ground, and that's what you see as you get closer.
Real food. I could finally make poopy.
Oh, that'd be great to make an actual poop.
Alyssa,
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Okay, you can make food, right? We don't want to just show up and ask for their
Oh, yeah,
shelter and
that's
food.
true.
We need to offer something immediately and offer it as like a sharing situation.
You're right. It's so rude to come to a potluck and not bring anything.
Guys, okay, listen, I'm all for that, but how do we know that these guys are the type of guys that share their food? Let's be a little stealthy about this. Let's be a little sneaky about it and try to get some more information on them.
No, I like Andrew's
That's fair.
plan. I mean, if we come in with a gift, who's gonna say no?
What I'm saying is just like a slight addition to the plan before we bring in the food.
Okay, we scope it out a little closer, and then we approach with gifts.
While the three of you are having this conversation, you hear a voice break the silence. Well, are y'all going to stand back there all night talking about bringing food, or are you going to come around here by my fire?
Oh
Dalton?
my God, Dalton!
We both had
Guys, stand still. They obviously see another group of people in the woods as well.
move.
We better be quiet. Oh, they're talking to us. They're talking to us. Hello.
I quickly make food.
Okay.
Alyssa, what do you make? What food do you make?
I make
Pizza roll.
Thanksgiving dinner. Classic Thanksgiving dinner.
So Alyssa holds out her hands as a platter of Thanksgiving dinner. The turkey, the stuffing, the cranberry sauce, the sweet potatoes, the corn all appears on this platter that she has now formed in her open hands.
I hand it out. Oh, I have too much. I made too much. Can you guys make everyone hold some? Here you go.
Yep. Oh, hot potato. They're hot.
Okay.
Why are they hot?
Hi. We just had a full meal.
Hey.
Just ready. And we just thought, hey, that campfire might want some.
We were sitting over there, and we were about to eat spoonful after spoonful of stuffing and gravy just by ourselves.
Have you ever had cranberry sauce?
From a
You don't look
can.
like it.
It's from a can. That's how we do it. And that's how my family does it. So that's how we do
That's
it.
superior that way.
I like
Yeah.
the shape.
Well, that's just mighty kind of you. Well, of course, come on around here, sit by the fire. You can pass that out to the kids over there. Where are my manners? My name is Schlappet Parnassus, and this here are my children. That's Glenn, Jen, Ben, Steven, and Gloria. Say hi, Gloria.
Just Gloria.
You look over.
The other kids don't talk. Just Gloria.
Look over at Glenn, Jen, Ben, Steven, and Gloria. And Glenn, Jen, Ben, and Steven all look pretty much the same. They are much shorter versions of their father, Schlappy. As you guys are now closer, you can tell that these are gnomes.
Oh.
And then you look over at Gloria, and Gloria is a minotaur. And as you look over at Gloria, and as Schlappy says, say hi, Gloria, she waves real big and she goes, hi, Gloria.
Whoa.
Oh, Gloria.
Don't mind her. She's a little rough around the edges, but me and the wife love her so much. She's also adopted, but shh, don't say nothing she don't know.
We won't say it.
Okay.
You said it pretty loud there, but we won't say it.
We
again.
won't
Oh,
say it.
she can't hear real well because of the horns. You know, they get in the way.
Oh.
Yeah, I get that. My horn guy took mine right down to the nub. They were a big
Oh, yeah?
problem. Yeah, no.
You can't even really see the bumps there on your head.
I know.
They did a great job.
You know what? When they get too big and they become cumbersome, you have to get like a horn reduction surgery.
Horn reduction,
Yeah.
full horn, and they're thinking maybe a hornectomy.
Wow, now that's just amazing.
I know. All covered by my HMO.
But yet he won't let us file them down when they grow. Like he gets all squirmy. He won't
Yeah.
sit.
I don't like it because you guys like to hold me down, and it kind of tickles when
I
you
know,
hold me down.
but who gets good treats when they're a good boy?
I get good treats.
You do. Who else? Who gets good treats?
But anyway, Schlappy?
Yes, Schlappy Parnassus.
Mr. Parnassus.
And what's your name, sweetheart?
Oh, my name's Alyssa, and this is
Oh,
Mike.
well, that's a mighty pretty name,
Thank
Alyssa,
you.
and that's Mike.
I'm Clive.
Clive. Well, isn't that interesting? And who's that tall, feathered fellow there?
Clive Jr. Just me and old Clive Jr.
Clive Jr. Are you brothers?
We're a couple of sons and dads.
They're sons of the same dads, and so yeah, brothers.
He's
Yeah.
Junior. I'm just named
Regular.
after him. I
Yeah.
already forgot my name, Clive.
Clive.
Yeah.
After Mike gets done explaining, Arnold just goes, idiots. Oh.
Listen, what did you say your name was? Slappy Parnassus?
Schlappy.
Slappy, sorry.
With an accent, with a
slap.
shush.
You gotta enunciate the
Enunciate.
Schlappy. Schlappy Parnassus.
Schlappy Parnassus.
Yes.
Okay,
that's right.
sorry.
And you are Mike.
I'm Mike. This is Alyssa. That's Clive, and
Alyssa.
there's Clive Jr.
Hi.
And we thank you for the feast and welcome to our feast.
Yeah.
And we can join feasts now.
Yeah, we can feast together. That's right. There's enough food to go around for everybody.
Could we feast on your fire too? You got space?
Do you eat fire?
Well, I just mean, can we sit around, join you?
Oh, of
squeeze in
course,
here?
of course. Here, pull up a pile of dirt. I really don't have much more seating here.
Listen, Schlappy, we're gonna really insert ourselves on your whole plan. We're gonna stay the night in this area too.
Oh well,
So-
of course. You don't want to be caught out here in Neverwinter Woods at night.
Neverwinter.
That's a terrible idea.
Well, see, we heard it was called the Forest of Trepidation, so you can imagine we're pretty scared.
Oh.
I
can-
the anxiety.
Now listen here. Who told you it was called the Forest of Trepidation?
No, a girl, Gertrude.
Do you know
Gertrude.
Gertrude?
Gertrude.
She said there was like
Gertrude.
she had a shop. I
A
think.
shop. Oh, Gertrude's Goods. Yeah, I know Gertrude. A shop, yeah. It's on the outskirts of Thunder Tree.
Yep.
It's about a day's journey from here, really. So she told you this was called the Forest of Trepidation. Well, that's just...
She assured us that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Kept repeating it, in fact, and
Promise.
we took her at her word.
I'm going to let y'all in on just a tiny little secret. Locals like to call this the Forest of Trepidation, so it keeps outsiders away, you know. Don't want them coming in and making a mess of things, so we give it a scary name.
We come from a place that kind of does the same thing. Like, we don't really like outsiders, or, you know.
Yeah, people. We put up signs that say "Beware of dog," and
Right.
there's no dog in the
There's
yard.
no dog.
No.
And
Or we put up like security system signs, but again, there's no security system.
Sometimes I'll have headphones in. I'm not playing music. Just don't want the small talk.
Well, that's amazing. I feel like I know so much more about all of you.
Right.
Yeah. So what are you doing out here in the woods? And you don't. Where's your wife?
Oh, my wife. And as you say, where's your wife?
no.
He takes his little gnome hat off of his head and he holds it close to his chest. Well,
Here we go.
she's no longer with us.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We've dealt with a lot of people with dead wives. It's not that we don't care. It's that we've just heard so many stories about dead
no,
wives.
Clive, no, she's not dead. I didn't say she was dead.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
She's no longer with us. She left about, that's been about 3 weeks now or so. She went ahead to Neverwinter to get everything ready for us, and I brought the kids along with me. Nothing like a good old father-family trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
Father
that's so
family
sweet of you.
trip. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
No, and I bet she appreciated that.
Yeah, it gives her a little alone time, gives her time to set up the shop and the workspace, and then I brought the kids on up when she's ready for us.
Hanging out in the woods till she's ready. Cool. Hey, have you seen, by chance, a guy who looks kind of like us, maybe running through the woods? He might have been bleeding or wounded, sprinting towards the town
Yeah.
in the last few days? Anything?
Last few days looks like you. Well, Clive, I don't think I've seen anybody that looks like
Who
you.
the fuck is Clive? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, think him, but just like a little taller, a little tanner, blondish hair, beard, sleeveless shirt, no sleeves.
In better shape than
Yeah.
most of us.
Running without breathing hard.
You know, now that you do say something, a couple of nights ago, there was this man who just stormed in through camp looking like an owlbear looking for a feast. I bet that was who you're talking about.
You know what? Schlappy, I like that you don't hide your speech impediment at all. You have such a... Honestly, it seems effortless most of the time, but then you just hit these, and maybe we can help you with those tics. You know, we might be able to help you out with this. But anyway.
I do. I apologize. All of the years working in the shop with the smoke and the chemicals, and the inhalants.
Yeah.
You know,
Inhalants.
sometimes my speech don't work
Sometimes
so good.
inhalants and chemicals seem interchangeable, but yeah,
And those
you know
are bad
what?
to mix for the brain. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, what kind of shop?
Oh, well, we are a family of artificers by choice.
Ooh.
By trade, not by choice. We had a choice. I guess it was our choice. We're artificers.
You know, we all have a choice in a way, and I like that attitude.
What do you make as artificers?
Well, we make just about anything you can imagine.
6-level super soaker.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
that's cool. Can you make that, Schlappy?
Yeah.
Not sure what that is. Also, I'm not on the clock, nor do I have my tools.
Well, Liz, you told us to imagine. I imagined for free, and you're shutting me down, bud.
Here, I have an idea. Okay, and I just slowly pull my skirt up slightly and just start
Whoa!
taking daggers out,
Hey,
just
hey,
slightly,
Hey,
to the knee.
hey, we don't need that yet.
But I pull out 1, 2, 3, 4 daggers. Do you think you could like weld these together, and it can be kind of
I
like a
think-
dagger boomerang?
That's cool. That's cool.
A dagger boomerang.
Daggerang.
Can you take a lot of the edges off of it, though? Because she will hurt herself if you do that. It
I'm
wasn't
already
long ago
sucking
she
on my
stabbed
finger
her
that I
spine.
nicked.
Yeah.
What?
She's going to hurt herself. Actually, you know what? You can just keep those, Schlappy.
No, I'm good.
No, those are for the feast. Those are payment for the feast.
I'm great.
Thank you for the feast.
I gave food.
Yeah.
That was my payment.
Yeah, but that wasn't enough. You don't
Alright,
want to
hear
be
me out.
rude.
So knife boomerang.
A knife boomerang. Well, let me just take a look at these knives here real quick and see if I can come up with something that can satisfy the needs that you one out of this boomerang.
Don't strain yourself, though. You know.
He takes both of your daggers and he places them pommel to pommel, and he waves his little gnomish hands across the top of them, and with a snap of his fingers, they fuse together. And it becomes a boomerang.
I really thought you were going to use tools, but that's even cooler.
Oh,
Why have a shop? Just do it in the woods like this.
the shop's more professional.
That makes sense.
Fair.
You gotta, because where else? How are the clients gonna find him, Andrew? He's gotta have a place for them to meet.
True.
This is cool, though. Thank you.
Well,
now,
thank you.
Thank you for the dangerous weapon. Now, Mike is right. I am very clumsy. Do you think you can make a case for this phone I have, or this black brick that I just like?
You know, maybe a case for the knife ring too. Just a big rubber case.
Nah,
and
that one's
encases
great.
all of it.
That one can be left
And
open.
encases
But for
all
my
of it.
phone,
The deadly weapon that you just made my clumsy wife. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
maybe we could
Whatever.
make a little case to
Just going
encase
with
it.
bad idea after bad idea.
Well, you know what? I don't need any of my tinkerer magic for that. And he pulls out a little pouch from his belt and just drops the phone in. He goes, "Here you go."
That works.
Oh, well, now we have to
Hey.
give him a pouch.
That's true. We need to give you a gift. Ooh. Hold on. I pull my purse out and I take out the last 6 pieces of spearmint gum from my purse, and I'm like, I'm gonna give you minty gum to chew on. Do you guys have gum here?
No.
Oh my
what's
God.
You
that?
chew it and chew it and chew it, and it has
Don't
flavor,
swallow.
but don't swallow because it's not gonna break down. It's just a thing to chew
It
for
will.
fun.
That's an urban legend.
Here, try.
Swallow it if you want. It's fine.
I pass one out to everyone.
Schlappy takes it and he chews on it a couple of times, and as it slowly loses flavor, he does indeed swallow it, and he goes, "That was a mighty fine appetizer for this feast that we are about to have. So, are you some sort of alchemist, or how did you make that?"
You ignored half the instructions.
You know what? That's just gonna live with you forever. But that's okay. All right. No harm, no foul. I got it from alchemist from our land.
Called 5 Gum.
And where's that? What land do the three of you hail from, and your feathered friend there?
Oh, we hail from the land of Missouri.
Oh, don't tell him that one. We could have said we're from
Missouri.
anywhere, Alyssa. And you
True,
chose to
true,
tell
true.
him the truth, Missouri?
Yeah, no,
We're from a cool place called Toronto.
No, we're
better,
from a cooler
better.
place than that. We're from a place called New York City. And
Never heard of it?
New York City. No, I can't say that.
You
I
said
have.
it right, though.
You said it
so
right. You said it right.
Good job. Most people can't say it right the first time.
Yeah.
You have a
it's
knack
right
with
next
accents.
to New Jersey, and I do a thumbs down. So he knows that New Jersey is bad, but New York is good.
It's like in good spirits. Like people aren't dying.
You
You
go
know?
to New Jersey to give up, and then you go to New York to live a cool life and do cool things,
Yeah,
and
but spend way too much money.
yeah, but still be cool about
Seems
it.
like you've picked a side
Oh,
there, Mike.
so it's like us leaving Phandalin to go to Neverwinter.
Exactly. But cooler.
Yes.
Much cooler than what you're doing.
Yeah.
Where
and
we're from.
dirtier
Yeah.
and rat filled.
Oh, I don't know. It's Phandalin's pretty rat-filled ever since the goblins took over, so I can imagine it's not great.
Wait, I'm sorry. Goblins?
Oh, goblins are the worst. They actually killed Gloria's mother, so
Wait,
Gloria's
whoa,
mom.
That's why.
whoa.
that's why we adopted her. She don't know.
Oh
I mean,
my
she knows that her mom's dead, but she doesn't know that's why
Man.
we adopted her.
For the bit, I want to just say that so loudly, but I'm not going to.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, so don't say anything.
Does she think
Hey,
she just
Gloria.
has 2 moms?
I look over to Gloria. Gloria, your mom's alive. I give her a thumbs up. Your mom is alive. I give her a thumbs up. None the wiser.
Whatever.
Oh, she's going through teenage years, huh?
I get that.
Huh, Schlappy?
That's
Yeah.
a phase. I went through the same.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey, Schlappy. Wink, wink. Secret safe from me, bud.
Yeah, wink, wink, wink,
Wink,
wink,
wink,
wink,
wink.
and he blinks at you.
Schlappy, listen, you said the nearest town on the other side of the woods is Thunder
Tree.
Thunder Tree.
Yeah, no, that's right. From this spot right here, we're about a day's travel to Thunder Tree. And if you're looking for Gertrude's goods, it's right on the outskirts of town. You just take the trade road. Once you get out of the woods, take the trade road up, and it'll take you to Thunder Tree. Although Gertrude's goods, the last time I passed by, it didn't look like it was in business.
Well, that makes sense. She was kind of in prison.
Yeah, but she told us to go.
Oh, she was real
Oh,
in prison.
no.
Like behind bars, the whole thing.
Yeah.
You saw her.
We did. We freed her.
Yeah, she was near death, and she was like, "Oh, I need food. I need water." And then we were like, "Yeah, here, we'll save you." And then we valiantly saved her. We didn't
Yeah.
even have to, but we did it.
That's exactly how it
Kindness of our
happened.
heart.
Yeah.
We're heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it was no big deal. It was just like something we did, and anybody would have done it, and
Anybody.
it wasn't even that hard. But we saved her, and so we released her. So I don't know, maybe it's open now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, where was she held
It
at?
doesn't. It doesn't matter. Okay, we're doing surface level talks. I think it's time to go to bed, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
beat.
You hear Arnold pipe up. We're coming from the castle on the outskirts of the woods.
Arnold Clive Jr.
Or there. Yeah.
Clive Jr., God damn it.
The castle on the opposite side of the woods?
Yeah, that way. I point.
And you all made it out alive?
Well, we're the only ones that made it alive because everybody was dead and they had little holes in their neck and they were poisoned or one of the.
Yeah, we did
one of
not
those.
kill them though. We didn't do it.
You said little holes on their necks. You said poison.
Like little pierces into their skin, and it had like weird black veins.
And no
coming away
heartbeat,
from it.
and they were dead and they weren't breathing. They were totally dead.
He gets real serious. Like all whimsy has completely drained from his
Oh.
face. So you saw the black spider.
No, I think what? Wait.
Ominous, and I don't think so.
I think I missed that when it was in theaters, but I was waiting for it to go to Disney Plus because I was like, So
No, but I went to go see it out of solidarity because we need more female
no,
protagonists.
well, we knew, and I'm sure it was good.
It was really good.
Sure, it was okay. At
It was
least
great.
okay.
You don't like Florence Pugh? What's
No,
her name?
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
It's Florence Pugh.
She stole the
Like
show.
Florence
She
Pugh?
stole the show. ScarJo. I mean, hats off.
I think she carries a lot of films that she's in, and anyway,
But no, I'm
you
sorry.
know, we did not see the Black Spider. I'm sorry.
Whatever had attacked them had left long before we arrived.
You've seen this mark before?
Well, of course. That's why we are fleeing the town of Phandalin. The Black Spider is a terrible dark elf who wields a black staff shaped like a spider at the end of it, which he uses to poison and kill his enemies.
Is that who killed Gloria's mother?
No, she was killed by goblins. I said goblins.
I thought this was an actual black spider. You're saying he has a spider staff?
No, he is called the Black Spider.
God, that's badass. I want a code name. I want like a superhero name, guys. He's got like a villain name. That's
That
so
would be cool. Like El Chapo or Cher or something.
No, those are people. Those are people names that you're naming.
Okay, I don't know.
Guys,
Mhm.
doesn't this black spider kind of sound like that Nesnar guy?
Yeah.
Snarr.
He had a staff.
And as I say Nesnar, my eyes flick over to the gnome. Nesnar.
That is he a
Have a
friend of
reaction.
yours? I'm confused. Why are we saying his name so much?
We think he's the black spider.
And I do two
Oh.
little fangs
Oh.
near my face
We
so
were-
he gets it.
We were attacked long ago by, well, not that long ago, but it feels like long ago. Like a year feels
A
like.
year. A
Um,
year to the day.
A year and some
Been like
change.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
But yeah, but in actuality, like maybe 2 weeks tops. But
Maybe
we were attacked
3.
by a dark elf who had a strange looking staff and he could create portals. And we think that we just came from his lair. And if you're saying that the spider man is attacking that way, I'm just piecing pieces together.
We're
you know what I
piecing
mean?
them together.
Puzzle piecing together.
Puzzle pieces, bro.
What's his name again?
Piece by piece, Nesnar.
No, this guy.
Oh, Schlappy.
Schlappy, we're just piecing them together, friend. And God, this food looks good.
Yeah.
It's so cold by now. We've been talking for hours.
But can I say something? The turkey's bad, but right now,
Mhm.
that cranberry jelly,
It's just now getting good.
it's
Oh yeah.
real
Well, it's been
good.
sitting by the fire, so now it's now melted.
Yeah, you look over and it's just a puddle of like reddish purple goo.
I go slurp it off a plate. I drink
Well,
it.
sounds like black spider's your guy. I think maybe we just get some shut-eye because it sounds like we've got a big old time ahead of us.
Well, if the four of you are looking for a bed, you're more than welcome to share my camp. There's plenty of room. There's dirt all around us.
We're not sharing a bed, though.
No, I said there's plenty of dirt to go around. I said nothing about bedroll.
Okay, well,
All right.
you know, you're not prepared, and that's fine.
It's not the most hospitable thing, but it's nice. Thanks for the fire. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dirt is pretty soft, and I do appreciate you sharing your space. And thank you. And hey, How about some turkey skin? And I peel off some skin for him off the top
Like
of the
a doggy?
turkey.
Oh, it's the best part.
This is the best part, and I offer it to him.
And he takes it and he eats it and he goes, we have turkeys here. This is not new to me.
In our culture, that's a sign of friendship.
You're welcome.
Oh,
And do you guys do the wishbone part?
the what?
The wishbone part.
Wishbone. He's a dog that solves crimes.
Wears a bunch of historical costumes. Plays a bunch of
knew it.
kids.
Okay. No, here, I kind of sift through what's left of the bones. Here,
we haven't eaten any of it. It's all
The kids
bones.
have been eating it.
I love how quiet your children are. I gotta say.
They were
Love it.
very
Very
quietly
well
eating.
You look over and all 4 of the gnome children are passed the fuck out, but Gloria is staring daggers at all of you.
Guys, you really need to stop talking about our dead mom, okay?
Her mom's not dead. I said your mom's alive, thumbs up. And that's the truth, Gloria. Mom's alive.
You look over at Gloria and she's flipping you off with her minotaur hand.
I think she
With her
bought
hoof.
it. I think she bought it. I think she bought
As
it.
that happens, I drift off to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Ditto.
I drift out to sleep too. As lookout, I will be asleep.
Sleeping.
As look out, I will be asleep.
I will be asleep.
Cool. So the 3 of you, 4 of you, with Arnold included, fall asleep, and the night passes without incident, no encounters, nothing like that. You drift off to dreamland with the sweet sounds of nature lulling you to sleep. And as the sun begins to rise over the trees, one by one, each of you wake up. And as you start to acclimate to the light and to being awake and finally getting a semi-decent night's rest, you notice that the fire has been put out. There is no sign of Schlappy or his children. And you look around and Arnold's also not there.
I cannot
Arnold?
believe I gave that son of a bitch the skin.
Then
It's
again?
the best part.
The gnomish goodbye. And they stole my bird friend.
Ben again.
Guys, I don't think this is good. Why would Bennigan leave us? He
Ben
He wouldn't.
again.
Arnold?
Bennigan.
My surrogate dog, Arnold. I start
Ben
freaking
again.
out. Arnold! Arnold!
Bennigan?
Arnold.
As you
Hey,
all
Arnold!
three, there it is.
Of course.
As the three of you are freaking out, you hear a rustling in the bushes behind you. And you turn around and see Arnold walking through the tree line. His hands are full of fish that he found in a nearby river. Well, it's nice to see that the 3 of you are finally awake.
I go over and I shake him by the feathers and I'm like, don't you ever do that to me again! Don't you ever do that to me again! And like his head is shaking violently on his fucking neck. I'm shaking him so hard. Go ahead.
Michael, I would kindly ask you to release me before I make you.
Go on, get! We don't want you here no more.
stop.
No.
Stop.
The middle. The
Calm
middle.
down.
Sorry, I forgot what moment we were having.
Split the
go
difference.
ahead.
Split the difference.
I thought I would be a good travel companion and provide breakfast for us this
We
morning.
do love
Thank you
raw
so
fish.
much. Oh,
I,
Yes.
for one, didn't even care that you were gone.
Andrew wipes a tear from his eye.
Yeah.
Just a single tear.
I hide the pile of tissue behind my back.
Tears streaming down his face.
You watch as Arnold unsheaths his sword, and there's a flicker of arcane power as the blade ignites in flame, and he touches it down to where the fire was last night as it roars to life once more, and he begins to cook fish, to fry the fish for all of you to have for breakfast.
Okay, that's impressive, but not super impressive. And Mike's got a fire sword too. Show it, Mike.
Oh yeah, mine does it too. Shing, flame.
Cool. Mike, as you pull out your fire sword and as it begins to ignite in the familiar amber flame, it begins to glow white. And it starts to vibrate and shift in your hand.
Oh yeah.
And as the glow ceases, your sword begins to elongate and the blade takes on a crimson shine. There are white claw-like markings that form on the grip as if a dragon-like hand is grabbing the sword itself. and a shining red gem begins to glow brightly on the pommel.
Oh, it's evolving.
About this same time, Andrew and Alyssa, you realize that your own weapons are beginning to glow with a brilliant white light as well. Alyssa, as you grab...
Does mine do anything new? I wave it through the air.
You don't even know what yours does now.
Fire is what it does. Dumbass.
All three of you have very specific things that these weapons do, but you have not bothered to go get them checked by anyone.
I'm checking them now.
I know mine fires arrows.
Yeah. Okay.
I've used mine.
Mine cuts and burns. Go ahead, Alyssa.
I pull it out of my purse when I see
Yeah,
the
Alyssa,
glow.
the green, so you pull the wand out of your purse as it begins to also glow with that brilliant white light, and the green bulb on your wand opens up into 4 individual equally green fronds, revealing a closed pink flower. The handle itself becomes a twisting pattern of branches and vines, and you notice that the natural plant life of the forest around you seems to react to the wand's presence.
That's cool, babe. That's cool.
Oh, I love it. It's so pretty.
That is beautiful.
Well, I feel like a vibration on my back.
You do.
Pull my bow
Andrew,
out.
you...
and I
Your
look at
back
it.
is glowing, Andrew.
Ah!
Your bow also is glowing with that brilliant white light as it vibrates in your hand, and you watch as the upper and lower limbs of the bow transform into a shape that reminds you of the white caps of a crashing wave, while the grip of it seems to be made of a tortoise shell and is cool to the touch, and the familiar water bowstring connects from one end to the other like a
That's
falling
cool.
stream of water.
Oh
It
my
should be
god!
on fire, but that's still pretty cool.
I pull it back. I fire an arrow into the tree.
You do. You pull back on your bow and you fire an arrow into the tree, and it seems like it fires forward with much more intensity than what it used to, and you watch as it leaves an icy impact where it lands.
Oh man!
I gained an ice type, dude.
Yeah.
I cut a tree with my sword.
I just cut a tree.
I go, "Hoo-yah!" and
Mike,
I try to cut it.
You lift your sword up into the air, and as you go to swing it through the air in a brilliant arc of flames, you watch as instead a steady stream of fire bursts forth from the tip of the blade and sets the nearest tree aflame.
This is awesome. Your rolls suck compared to mine. Your rolls are shit. They don't make fire at all. Yours is dumb. Ice, and yours makes flowers. Yours is so stupid. Mine's cool though.
Yours does make
I shoot another fire. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
So what's your
what?
flower thing do?
I don't want to be left out. Okay. I take my mine and I gently go to a little bush nearby and I tap it with my wand.
Cool. So, Alyssa, you go to a nearby bush and you reach down to tap it with your wand, and you watch as the bush itself seems to be rejuvenated with new life and energy, and even seems to grow a little bit from where it is standing.
Oh, I've got life power.
I burn her stuff with my fire.
No.
I burn it. I chop it and I burn it. I burn it down. I can destroy everything you make. It is all pointless.
We are creation and death, the yin and yang.
We are.
I draw my bow back, and if his sword left a little fire on the ground, I put it out with my arrow.
It's too mighty. It's too mighty.
You do. Any fire that is left is put out by the arrows of concentrated water that fire from your bow.
Oh, that is so cool. Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
All right, checks and balances. I get
We
it. Whatever.
overslept. I'm sorry, Ben. Again, what time is it?
Judging by the sun, I'd say it's around 10.
Jeez.
Okay,
10?
we slept in, but we needed it.
You know,
we needed it.
is this sleeping in? I
Listen
usually
to your
get up
body.
around this time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we need to go. We need to get to the store and see if Gertrude's there.
Oh yeah, gotta get to the store, and also
All right.
we need eggs. We are out.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. And also, we're kind of low on milk, so we could maybe get like a small one, like a little half gallon.
And I
Like-
like country sausage patties, not links. So if we
Okay,
could pick
guys,
up some,
Okay, let's make a
I-
list.
I-
Remember, Dalton is in the town. We gotta go to Thunder Tree.
I know.
All right, let's go. I run.
Cool. So you guys, Alyssa takes
Not
off
that fast.
into
Okay,
the
no,
woods.
No.
Alyssa,
No.
your asthma. Oh gosh, she's gonna need. I have the
won't
inhaler.
commit to that.
I have the
Do I
inhaler.
need to roll for asthma?
No. So Alyssa runs off into the forest ahead of you with her wand still in her hand, and you watch as the forest kind of bends to make a path for her as she goes forward.
That's pretty cool. Can I step on my fire?
You want to step on it?
What, to put it out?
I don't know. Just to I'm Iceman, but with fire. I try to do it.
Roll a
By
d20.
stepping on it?
That one. That one.
The pant leg of your armor immediately engulfs in flames.
Ow! Okay, that's not what I wanted. Andrew, shoot my leg with water, man.
Nope.
Shoot my leg with water, dude.
I don't think I should do that, man.
I try to roll my leg back and forth like they teach you in class.
Guys, are you coming?
Hold on. Back and forth.
Alyssa, if you look back, you just see your husband flailing on the ground with fire steadily growing as it works its way up his ankle to his knee to his thigh into his hip. And Mike, you're on
Oh,
fire.
Jesus. Okay.
Andrew.
Okay. Mike, this might hurt. I draw the arrow back, not a lot, maybe like a half strength,
Just hit me with it,
to
man.
not activate the ice.
As you go to raise your bow up, Arnold walks over to you, puts his hand on your bow, and like slowly lowers it down. Let's just see what happens.
A back and forth like a hot dog
What?
on the 7-Eleven machine. I'm rolling the fire out. My teacher said this would work. They taught it to us very young. I know this works. Okay, it did.
After about 30 seconds of Mike rolling around on the ground like a 7-Eleven hot dog, there's a throwback. Arnold unfurls his wings, and with one giant beat, a gust of wind extinguishes the flames on Michael's charred body. And then Arnold walks over very slowly and kneels down, his hands glowing with a radiant light, placing one on his chest and one down on his ankle where the flames first started, and heals you of your burns and your wounds. And then he leans down close enough to your ear to where his beak just gently caresses your cheek. You owe me 30 gold. And then he walks away.
Oh. Here's the thing. I wanted shorts, but not this way.
If you guys look at Mike, he has one full pant leg on his leather armor, and then the other leg has been burned right to about mid-thigh.
Oh yeah, that's a look. I like it.
Guys, what's taking you so long?
Which we were just testing out our powers. I found out like my sword cuts through all pants, and we were just testing it out, babe. And hold on, you're gonna like my new look. Hold on, let me show you something. And I run to Alyssa. I run toward Alyssa.
Cool. So without incident, the 4 of you continue making your way through the Neverwinter Woods, aka the Forest of Trepidation. You find the trade road, exactly as described to you. And up ahead, not too far off from the road itself, is a small building you can only assume is Gertrude's goods. But it's not at all what you had imagined. The shop itself seems to be in a severe state of abandonment. The windows have been boarded up, the door hangs haphazardly on its hinges, and the fence gate swings ominously back and forth, almost as if it's beckoning you to enter. As you approach, a strange and whimsical music begins to fill your ears, and the faintest scent of fudge can be smelled on the air. Well, it looks like our would-be heroes are on the right track because the clues, they just keep rolling in. First Gertrude and now Schlappy, both of which claim to have seen Dalton and if asked would be able to confirm his accurate height of 5 feet and 9 inches, which is now canon regardless of the slander that Mike continues to spew on the show. But that's neither here nor there. All roads seem to lead to Thunder Tree, where I'm sure the mystery will continue to unravel itself or become more convoluted. You know, you can never tell with this group. So be sure you come back and join us when our next episode drops on July 11th, along with a very special guest appearance. As always, thank you to our patrons Dran, Cameron, Oakley, Robert, and Packrat. Your support of the show means so much. If you want a shout out just like that one, then be sure to subscribe to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/DungeonRadioHour. Until next time, keep the volume up, the dial tuned in, and always say yes to adventure. Bye for now, kids. I'm gonna let y'all in on just a tiny little secret.
Oh, yeah.
The locals call this the forward.
The forever?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You got it.
And those they're my kids. That's I need my notes because I don't remember my own children's
Ben.
names. Okay, here we
Ben.
go. There's the name of my kids. That's theirs. Mm-hmm.
Ben,
And
Jen, Glenn.
right over
Welcome to the
there's
blooper cut,
my
Dalton.
Kids. Lynn.
Hello, everybody.
All right, guys,
Okay.
let him get it clean.
All right.
Oh, let me get a good take at it. Shut up. Okay, here we go.
The new season of Roll Gay Roleplay uncovers the mysteries of Soul Quest City. This comedy fiction story follows 4 detectives: Bay,
Let's go kill somebody.
Linspector Saint Tit,
Obviously, I'm a man of sophisticated cigarette taste.
Rux Baldacchino,
Hey, did you say hot dog? Make sure they're, like, regular hot dogs, no ketchup.
and Zastasha Felzar.
Hashtag live, laugh, love. Hashtag tentacle. Hashtag bailing you out.
As they search for clues and unlock secrets, one client at a time. Season 5 of Roll Gay Roleplay is available now on your preferred podcast platform.